Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into the world of professional truck drivers. We've got some great sources, Truckers VA, Life as a Trucker, and others.
Yeah, really good mix.
And our mission is basically to unpack some really critical issues affecting you right now. We're talking new regulations, shifting freight patterns, safety tips.
And crucially, how you can secure your own future in this constantly changing landscape.
Exactly.
It really is an industry with so many moving parts.
Uh-huh.
Every policy, every little market shift, every safety rule, it directly impacts the lives of the folks keeping our economy rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And Hervey, from Life as a Trucker, makes a great point. We need to look at these things from all angles,
Yeah.
understand all the different perspectives.
Absolutely. That's what we'll do. Connect the dots, show how these stories affect your day-to-day, your earnings, your long-term security. We want you to feel respected, supported,
Armed with the knowledge you need.
right, to navigate this industry smartly. So let's get into it. Okay, first up, let's unpack this area around recent policy changes. We're talking driver visas and licensing. It all kicked off after a tragic event, and it's sparked some pretty intense debate.
Yeah, it's really striking how one single incident can trigger such a huge policy reaction and just, get the whole industry talking.
So what happened exactly?
We're looking at the aftermath of a fatal crash down in Florida. It involved an Indian origin driver, Harjinder Singh. And following that, the U.S. government basically froze several visa programs that many foreign-born CDL holders use.
Which program specifically?
H-2B, that's for temporary non-ag workers, E-2 for treaty investors, and EB-3 for skilled workers, big ones.
Right. So the government hits pause. How did the big industry groups react, like the ATA?
Well, the American Trucking Associations, the ATA, they publicly backed the visa freeze, called it a necessary reset,
Yeah.
but they also pushed for stricter oversight, specifically on licensing and training for foreign drivers. Now, on the surface, that sounds like common sense, right? Ensure everyone meets U.S. standards.
Sure. Standardized training, high requirements. Makes sense.
And this is where it gets complicated. It raises the question, is this really just about safety, or are other things going on here?
What do you mean?
Well, foreign-born drivers, they've been passing the same CDL tests, the same background checks, for years now. And folks in the Sikh, Punjabi, and Latino communities who are a huge part of trucking, they feel like they're being targeted.
Oh, like scapegoating.
Exactly, that's the word they're using,
Yeah.
scapegoating. Like, we're all being punished for one tragedy. That's a direct quote we saw.
And you can see how different parts of the industry might see this differently.
Absolutely. Big carriers, maybe the ATA too. They might actually like stricter licensing. Creates higher barriers to entry, could benefit the larger fleets.
Less competition.
Potentially. But then you've got the small carriers. Many of them rely heavily on immigrant drivers. They could get squeezed really badly.
And owner-operators.
Kind of mixed feelings there, too.
Yeah.
Some just want safer roads, which is understandable. But others are saying, look, the wrecks I see often involve tired drivers running cheap freight for the mega fleets. It's not necessarily about where the driver was born.
So connecting this out, what are the wider ripples? If these visas stay frozen, if rules get much tighter.
Well, it could definitely make the driver shortage worse. The ATA themselves said we were short over 80,000 drivers.
Wow.
Fewer drivers could mean freight takes longer to move, costs go up for consumers, and more pressure, more burnout for the drivers already out there working long hours.
Right. And does it even fix the root problems like pay issues, crazy schedules, dispatch pressure?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Thanks.
Is this addressing the real safety issues or just shifting blame?
Yeah, the whole safety versus scapegoating concern. It seems a lot of drivers from these communities just want fair treatment, recognition for building this industry.
Pretty much. Like one fleet owner said, we just want to drive, earn, and contribute. Simple as that.
Okay, so moving from those complex policy debates, let's look at something maybe more direct. Protections for drivers. There's an executive order from the president.
That's right. Aimed squarely at truckers. Politicians make promises,
All the time.
but this one has a signature on it. It focuses on four main areas impacting your daily life. First, pay transparency.
Okay, what does that mean exactly?
It means carriers and brokers have to clearly show the pay breakdown for loads, detention pay, fuel surcharges, everything. No more hidden numbers.
Yeah, it could be huge. What else?
Second, detention time protections. The idea is shippers and receivers who make you wait around excessively could face penalties. And carriers would have to pay you that detention compensation. As one driver put it, it's not just lost pay, it's lost sleep, lost family time. It's disrespectful. This aims to hit that.
Okay, 2 down. What are the others?
Third, bathroom and facility access. Seems basic, right? But the order says every driver at a shipper or receiver must get safe bathroom access.
It's crazy that even needs to be said, but yeah, it's a real issue.
Definitely. And fourth, fatigue and safety flexibility. It calls for looking again at hours of service rules, HOS, trying to build in more flexibility if you're stuck in delays.
So maybe pausing the clock instead of racing it.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Giving you more freedom to rest when you actually need it. And look, this all comes after years of drivers speaking out about pay theft, unfair conditions, the whole retention problem.
So the big question, what does this mean for you? Are drivers hopeful? Skeptical?
Bit of both, I think.
Yeah.
Lots of truckers are saying it's about time for things like bathroom access, detention pay, but there's definitely skepticism too.
Like, we've heard this before.
Exactly. Let's see it actually enforced. That's the common refrain.
And what about carriers and brokers?
Mixed bag. Some big companies say, oh, we're already transparent. Smaller outfits might worry about the cost of complying.
And the watchdogs.
Cautiously optimistic. But they all stress the same thing, enforcement. Enforcement is everything.
Makes sense. If it sticks and gets enforced, could mean better pay. Maybe shippers think twice about delays, better retention.
Could be. Big potential benefits. But, like our sources keep saying, if it's not enforced,
It's just more paper.
just more paper. Exactly.
All right, shifting gears from policy to the road itself, let's talk safety and maybe some new opportunities. First up, Brake Safety Week 2025 is on the horizon.
Right. And this isn't just about avoiding a citation, is it?
Not at all. It's about your livelihood, your license. Everyone's safety out there.
The CVSA, the Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance, they just put out 8 key brake tips. Essential stuff.
Yeah.
And think about it. Brake issues are the #1 reason trucks get put out of service during inspections.
Number one.
Wow. Consistently. So knowing this stuff isn't just theory, it's protecting your income. Like knowing what a good brake drum looks like.
Okay, what does a good one look like?
Smooth, clean, no deep grooves, no heat spots, definitely no blue or black streaks. And you got to measure the thickness properly, use the tools, don't just eyeball it.
And cracks. What's the rule there?
Zero tolerance, basically.
Yeah.
No cracks allowed. Even tiny hairline ones can get you sidelined if they go edge to edge or are over 1.5 inches long.
Got it. What else? Rust?
Yeah, don't ignore rust. If it's just surface rust, okay. But if it's flaking off, that's a serious problem. Leads to uneven braking.
Makes sense. Keep going.
Watch for contaminants, oil, grease, anything that shouldn't be there. Make sure your mounting hardware is tight. And this is critical, make sure your parts match. No Frankenstein brake setups.
Right. Keep it consistent.
Exactly. All parts need to be compatible.
So, with all these checks,
Mm-hmm.
what's the single biggest takeaway for drivers?
The sources really hammer this home. Do your own thorough inspection before the inspectors do. It's not about fear.
It's about being professional.
Exactly. Respecting your equipment, protecting your license, keeping yourself and everyone else safe. It's just smart management.
Speaking of being on the road,
Yeah.
here's something interesting. It looks like long-haul trucking might be making a comeback.
Yeah, it seems that way. For a while there, it felt like everything was shifting to local and regional, right?
Mm.
But now, maybe because of rising global trade, more imports, we're seeing more of those 1,000-plus mile routes popping up again.
And more drop and hook. Team driving.
See an uptick there, too, yeah. And premium pay for some of those team gigs.
So what does this mean for drivers? More opportunity on the open road.
Looks like it, especially for drivers who actually enjoy being out for longer stretches, who can handle those, 2,000 to 3,500 mile weeks.
And for owner-operators.
Could mean better fuel efficiency on those long runs.
Yeah.
But you still got to watch your rates, know your costs.
Right. And company drivers.
Chance to rack up some serious miles. But again, make sure that pay per mile reflects the work, reflects the demand.
So definitely a chance to earn more. But there's always a but, isn't there?
Always. And the big one here from our sources is don't just drive long, drive smart.
Meaning?
Meaning don't take lousy rates just to get the long miles. Don't get stuck somewhere without getting fair detention pay.
So it connects back?
It all connects back. The smart trucker, the one building real freedom, isn't just chasing miles. They're thinking ahead, making strategic choices.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. Complex policies, potential new protections, critical safety stuff, new opportunities opening up. How does this all tie together? How can you, the driver, take control in this kind of environment?
Yeah, and this brings us right back to a really strong message we saw, especially from places like Life as a Trucker and retireFromTrucking.com.
What's the core message?
That for all the challenges, the pain and suffering, as they put it sometimes,
Yeah.
there are solutions. ways to navigate this career and get out on your own terms eventually.
Yeah, right.
And it really boils down to managing your time, not just for the shippers and brokers, but for yourself,
Yeah.
for your own future.
Managing time for yourself. How? What does that look like practically?
Well, a lot of it is about learning new skills,
Hmm?
using that off-duty time wisely, and interestingly, building online income streams.
Online income while driving a truck.
Yeah, using downtime.
Hmm?
They talk about training truckers on how to use things like AI, for example, to create extra income, something that brings in money month after month.
Like a buffer.
Exactly, like a shield is how they described it. A shield from the ups and downs of freight rates, the economy.
Hmm.
Recurring income that doesn't depend on the spot market that week.
So connecting that back to everything else we discussed.
Yeah.
The visa freezes, the executive orders maybe not being enforced, freight demand going up or down.
Right. If your only income is from that truck rolling,
Mm-hmm.
you're vulnerable to all those external forces.
Things outside your control.
Totally. But building these other streams, these online incomes, it gives you options. It can help you retire when you decide you're ready, not when the industry dictates it.
Or soften the blow if your company hits a rough patch.
Precisely. It's about building what the sources call a Plan B income stream.
A plan B. So you're not trapped if politics or the market suddenly changes your paycheck.
Exactly. It's proactive. It's about building your own resilience, your own control, making sure your future isn't solely riding on factors you can't influence. It's really empowering when you think about it.
It really is. Wow. Well, this deep dive has definitely shown the trucking industry is, it's a dynamic place, full of challenges, yes, but opportunities too.
For sure. Or from those complex debates around visas to the real-world impact of executive orders and that constant vital need for safety.
It's clear that staying informed, being proactive, it's just essential for your success out there.
Absolutely. We've really tried to highlight how important it is to see all the angles, protect your livelihood with those safety checks.
Meticulous checks.
Right. And critically invest in yourself. Build those other income streams. It's not just a backup plan.
It's about freedom.
It really is. Empowering you to handle whatever comes next, securing your own freedom down the road.
Well said. We really hope this deep dive gave you some valuable insights, maybe some actionable ideas. Remember, you are truly the backbone of America. Your well-being, your safety, your future, it's all paramount.
Couldn't agree more. So maybe here's a final thought to chew on as you're driving. In an industry that's so often shaped by outside forces, policy, markets, public view, what's one new skill or maybe one off-duty activity, you could realistically start cultivating this week, just to gain a little bit more control over your own financial road ahead.